I am smiling this morning, and you're going to be too, because Rebecca Latham is here with the House of Color, and you know her. By now, you know her. So not only does she walk in with this verve and this magnetic personality, and she's always kind of colored up, looking good, but she's practical at the same time. So here she is.
A little practical.
Looking great. And I said to her, like I always do, okay, Rebecca, what are we talking? And your answer to me was, we're talking about spilling your coffee.
Coffee spills, right? Some of you might still be drinking, or it might be on your second cup by now, but.
Let me give a quick time out.
Yeah.
Just in case people are watching for the first time and they're thinking, wait a minute, who is this woman? At the House of Color over on North Shore, Manufacturers Road, what Rebecca does is she does your color analysis. So everything in your closet, by the time she's done with you, is going to look perfect on you.
It's going to look great. It's going to not only coordinate with your skin and harmonize with your skin and enhance your skin, but allow you to build a wardrobe that mix and matches. And so that's how the coffee spill comes in, right?
Okay.
So I'm wearing a white shirt. You actually wear white jeans for us. So, right, we're sitting here drinking coffee. If I'm wearing white, I don't know about you, but my coffee's actually magnetically attracted to it, right? So it's going to get spilled. You're going to be sitting there, yep, got a drip. So what do we do if we're still at home and we've spilled coffee?
Because you want to run out the door to get to work and school.
Right, we got to go change, right? We're going to go change. So we go to our closet. If you haven't done color analysis, you could be changing your whole outfit. But if you've done color analysis and your closet is all in one color palette, it's a much easier switch. So I brought props because you know I love my props.
Yeah.
So this is within my season. This is spring. So I've spilled coffee on this shirt. I did grab this and it works well with my red, with the brown. It's an easy switch out.
And you're still on time to make it to the carpool
Still
line.
on time. However, if I hadn't done color analysis and my closet has a bunch of variety of colors, well, I try to grab this one.
Doesn't work.
I'm changing everything, right? And then if I tried to grab this white shirt, the problem with the white and the brown is it's too stark, it's too harsh, and so it's different saturation levels. So although it looks okay with my red, I'd be switching out my blazer and then possibly my shoes. And so by doing color analysis, it's a quick change versus a full change.
Okay, so let's stick with just the whites for a minute, because here you have two white shirts there.
I do.
Plus the ecru one, cream one that you're wearing now. And it's just an interesting study, because if somebody were to go and get their colors done with you and they end up leaving with one of those little like card kits, right?
My fans,
Your fans. So you're at the store and you see these two shirts, and if you didn't have the fan, to the naked eye, they're almost indistinguishable.
They do look really similar, and so that's why it's part of our color analysis. We're going to teach you how to shop for your colors and what you're looking for, because each collection of colors has words to describe it. So as a spring, I'm looking for bright, light, and warm. Warm meaning a drop of yellow. So if we look at these two shirts in comparison, it's probably hard to see on the camera, but we can see in these lights, the one closest to you has a little bit more yellow, right? It's more cream, where this is more optic white.
Something else, just a question, does fabric matter? This one has a sheen and this one's more of matte.
It can influence how bright a color looks, yes. And so we talk about that too. If you are one of our seasons that looks better in softer colors, texture is going to be your friend, right? So a summer or an autumn will look really good in textured clothes because it's going to take a color and soften it. So that orange you're wearing, if it was in a satin or silk, it would be even more vibrant. But because it's in a textured color, it softens a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is also applicable. She mentioned my white pants. Something I never thought of until Rebecca came into my life is that your pants matter too, because if you're, and you probably had this before, where there's a shirt that looks great on you, but you can't find the right bottom to pair it with, it's because that's not in your wheelhouse either.
The colors aren't matching. So I call this when you have an outfit that's siloed, right? You've got this great shirt, but then there's nothing to wear it with. And so what color analysis helps you do is understand the why. Well, why is this shirt not working with someone? And so that's part of the education. Likely it's mixing color temperature. So right, it might be a blue-based shirt, but you only have yellow-based warm pants. Then to our brains, when our brain sees that, it's like when we see that, it's just slightly off. That's what's happening. You're generally mixing color temperature, you're mixing values, so something really light with something really dark, or you're mixing chroma, which is saturation, something that's very bright with something that's more muted. And it just, to our brain, looks off. And so color analysis helps you kind of basically get everything into the same characteristics And therefore, when you go to pull an outfit from your closet, it all works together. Nothing is siloed, which is so fun.
When you were first talking about the spilling your coffee, my brain jumped ahead to when I get home at the end of the day and I'm cooking, because I have this rule for my at-home clothes. I will not wear something I can't wash the dishes in. I mean, I just don't want to wear nice things when I'm home.
No.
I just am not that way. But you don't feel good about yourself when you come home and you wash your face and there you are and your clothes are not the right shade for you.
Exactly.
So always make yourself look nice.
It's one of those self-care habits that, like, it seems so silly. I always tell people the first thing I say in a style class is get pajamas in your best colors and in your style. Because when you put on pajamas that are super luxurious, it's like when you go to a hotel and you get that nice bathrobe and you're just like, oh, why don't we want to create that feeling at home, right? Why do we neglect how we feel at home when that's when we're doing a lot of rebuilding and self-care?
Right.
And so knowing your best colors and having your best colors in your house robe, in your pajamas, even in your workout clothes, it's just that little boost. And so when you see yourself in the mirror, you don't go, ugh.
Yeah.
You go, oh, yeah,
Right.
look at me, right? And that's great. We want that feeling.
Okay, one more thing that I discovered thanks to you. I've got a minute left, but I'm looking at your earrings. Just got back from a trip. We were at the beach and I wanted something kind of Caribbean, but I didn't want to go too out there. So I got a few things, but one of the things I did was I bought these earrings.
Okay.
And they were these really pretty, they were good for me, blue earring that gave me just kind of a pop of color, but I could still keep my own personal comfort style with my clothing. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So finding touches and getting color by your face that's flattering, important?
It can be very important. And what we talk about with color is as color gets smaller, it can actually have more impact. So these earrings being red, you really see the pop. If these earrings were brown, you wouldn't notice it as much. So for you with those blue earrings, you compare those with a dress and really make that dress look elevated just by that simple pop of color.
Okay, if you're having your second cup of coffee, drink it carefully. Make sure that your wardrobe has its color analysis, and to do that, give Rebecca a call. It's the House of Color. Her number is 770-317-3091, online, houseofcolor.com, and don't forget the U in color.
Yes, ma'am.
Look gorgeous, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Are your clothes taking 2 or more cycles to dry? New dryer manuals recommend dryer vent cleanings annually. Call now and have a better running, more efficient dryer by the weekend. Call today and say abracadabra and we'll waive the $49 service fee. At Dryer Vent Wizard, it's all we do.
At Pinnacle Home Improvements, your project begins with me.
With me.
With me.
With me. With me.
At Pinnacle Home Improvements, your exterior home remodeling project begins with each of our team of experts. That teamwork dynamic is how we provide exceptional service to every customer. Whether it's your home windows, roofing, or siding project,
Your project begins with me.
With me.
With me.
your total satisfaction is our mission at Pinnacle Home Improvement.